Everyone, this video is about arguments for and against CSR. As you all know, CSR means responsibility of the company towards the society. Companies are part of the society. They have to work along with the society. By practicing CSR, companies can understand the impact they have on all aspects of the society. In the past, CSR activities were undertaken by corporates out of their own interest. Those people who want to do something good for the society used to undertake CSR activities. It also helps them to gain trust from the public. But now CSR is compulsory. There are certain rules and regulations which made many companies to undertake CSR, whether they are willing to do it or not. It created so many different opinions regarding CSR activities. There are some people who argue that undertaking CSR activities is good. On the other hand, some other argue that this CSR is not necessary for the companies. Here in this video, let's learn about the arguments for and against CSR. First thing, arguments in favor of CSR. Protect the interest of stakeholders. Stakeholders can affect or be affected by organizations' actions, objectives, and policies. Some examples of key stakeholders are creditors, directors, employees, government, owners, suppliers, unions, and the community from which business draws its resources. Protecting their interest is necessary for a business organization. Without having the support of stakeholders, an organization cannot survive for a long run in the society. These are the ones who have interest in the business of the company directly or indirectly. To understand this, we can take an example. Let's take employees. If the company ignores the employees of their business, they can go on a strikes, which can affect the business badly. Likewise, if the company ignores their customers or the customers are not happy with the company, they can stop buying goods from these companies, which will affect the business in a worst possible way. Therefore, protecting the interest of these stakeholders, it is essential for every company. The CSR activities always help the company to protect the interest of these stakeholders. Avoid government regulations. Non-conformance to social norms may attract legislative restrictions. Government may directly influence organizations through regulations that dictate what they should do and what not. There are various agencies which monitors the business activities. For example, to take care of environment, Central Pollution Control Board exists. For the investors protection, Securities and Exchange Board of India is there. Employee State Insurance Corporation promotes issues related to employees' health care. Companies cannot ignore these agencies, the government, that is because they can levy fines and penalties for violating the rules and regulations of these agencies. The CSR always makes the company to comply with these rules and regulations. Long run survival. Business organizations are powerful institutions of the society. Their acceptance by society will be denied if they ignore social problems. To avoid self-destruction in the long run, business enterprises assume social responsibilities. If the companies are socially responsible, the society will be benefited. It helps the company to gain the trust from the society, which will help them to run in the long run, or we can say it helps them to survive in the society for a longer period of time. Self-enlightenment. With increase in the level of education and understanding of the business that they are the creations of the society, they are motivated to work for the cause of social good. Managers create public expectations by voluntarily setting and following the standards of the moral and social responsibility. There are many managers prefer to assume CSR activities on their own. They are paying taxes to the government or providing dividends to the shareholders, wages to their workers, producing quality good for their customers, etc. They are doing all these things not because the government requires them to do this, but because they are self aware of their responsibility and they want to do it because they want to do something good for the society. Professionalism. Management is moving towards professionalism, which is contributing to social orientation of business. The ethics of profession bind managers to social values and growing concern for society. Thus, there is increasing awareness of social responsibility. Professionalism leading the managers to have formal management education and qualifications. While specializing in planning, organizing, and leading, controlling, etc., these managers are also learning about ethical responsibility established by the society. It helps them to learn that accepting the social responsibility will help them to achieve their future goals easily. Resources. Business organizations have enormous resources which can be partly used for solving social problems. Business are the creations of the society and must work in the best interest of the society both economically and socially. Business is using enormous resources of the society. There is a good amount of resources which goes unused due to several reasons. Using them for the benefit of the society always brings good reputations to the business. These are some arguments which says CSR is good for the society. Let's see again. Protecting the interest of the stakeholders, avoiding government regulations, long run survival, self enlightenment, professionalism, and resources. There are some other people who argue that CSR is not necessary for the companies. Let's see their arguments. First one, business is an economic activity. It is argued by the opponents of social responsibility that basic function of a business enterprise is to look into economic viability of its operations. It is for the government to look after the interest of the society. The prime responsibility of assuming social responsibility should therefore be of the government and not of the business enterprises. Business is established mainly with the intention of making profit. Government organizations are there to take care of the social needs because they are established mainly for this purpose. Therefore, it is argued that it is not necessary for the business undertakings to adopt social responsibility because government exists. Second one, suboptimal utilization of resources. If scarce resources are utilized for social goals, the this would violate the very purpose of existence of an organization. These natural resources are scarce in nature. The company needs these resources to meet their requirements. If the government asks the company to use these scarce resources for CSR purpose, the companies may not be able to use these resources for their own requirements. It affects the basic purpose of the existence of the company itself. Quantification of social benefits. What measures social responsibility and to what extent should a business enterprise be engaged in it? What amount of resources should be committed to the social values? Whose interest should hold priority over others? And numerous other questions are open to subjective considerations which make social responsibility a difficult task to be assumed. The social responsibility, it is a qualitative task in nature. It cannot be measured in units. To what extent a business should adopt social responsibility and to what extent the government should adopt the social responsibility, it is not clear. Cost benefit analysis. Any social benefit program where initial cost exceeds the benefits may not be taken by the enterprises even in the short run. As we already know, the main reason for the existence of business enterprises is profit. If the cost exceeds the benefits, undertaking CSR activities will not be advantageous for the company. It is always disadvantageous. Lack of skill and competence. Professionally qualified managers may not have aptitude to solve the social problems. Managers may learn about ethics, but they may not have the skill and competence to solve social problems. This is because their main purpose of taking management education is to learn solving organizational problems and not social problems. So, these managers may lack skill and competence to solve social problems. Transfer of social costs. Costs related to social programs are adjusted by business concerns in the following ways. High prices. The costs are passed to consumers by increasing the prices of goods and services. Low wages. If the managers maintain the level of prices, the social costs may be reflected in reduction of wages. Low profits. If wages are stabilized, profits would be reduced, which will lower the dividends to the shareholders. It will reduce managers' desire to further engage in corporate social responsibility. If the organization undertakes social responsibility program, that is CSR activities, it has to bear some kind of social cost. The company has to adjust this social cost by either by increasing the prices or reducing the cost salary or by accepting the lower profits. Ultimately, all of this will affect the stakeholders' interest negatively. It is not good for the society. These are the arguments against CSR activities. Some arguments which says CSR is good and some others says CSR is bad for the companies. It is all about arguments for and against CSR. Thank you.